Hello and welcome all my beautiful vibrant souls who have, to all my beautiful vibrant souls who are Geminis, have major Gemini placements, or are cross watchers. This is going to be your astrocast for the March of month. Wow, you want to try this again? The March of month. I like it. The month of March is better though. 2023. You guys, for a sign ruled by Mercury, whoo, I cannot talk. Welcome to the astrocast for the month of March. I almost did it again, 2023. So if you're familiar with my astrocast in the past, I used to do one on a weekly basis for all signs. I'm trying something different. I'm going to be doing a monthly one for each individual zodiac sign. Each one is going to be a little bit shorter than my other ones were. My other ones for all signs were, averaging between 30 and 40 minutes. These ones will be shorter. But this is going to be exciting. So, like I said, this is going to be for my Geminis out there, or anybody with, major Gemini placements, cross watchers. So you can utilize this. Let's say you have, Venus in Gemini, right? And you kind of want to know what your Venus energy is going to be experiencing in the month of March. Oh, I did it right this time. You could watch that for certain placements with that in mind. So, utilize this as you see fit. For all the unfamiliar, the uninitiated who haven't seen astrocasting before, I'd like to give you a brief rundown. We have this lovely circular grid divided up into 12 segments, and these represent the 12 houses of the zodiac and their natural areas of rulership. I do want to mention this with a caveat that this will kind of play out differently for each of you based on your personal astrology. So if you're looking for an astrocast for yourself, please feel free to check out my shop link in the description box below, and you can DM me for a custom astrocast reading. So we have the 12 houses of the zodiac. What I do is I reach into my jar of teeny tiny little tarot cards. Look at this itty bitty Nine of Pentacles. She's small but mighty. I reach around and blindly pick some, cast them on the board, and interpret the energies of the cards in the area of life that it falls. So, excuse me, my allergies are terrible today. That's kind of how astrocasting works. With that, let's find out what your March has in store for you. I hope you guys have had a really wonderful February. I hope it's been full of a lot of blessings, health, happiness, love, and luck, all that good stuff. And sorry if you can hear my stomach grumble. I just ate fruit before I started this. Okay. Oh, we have more than I thought. Okay, so we have a lot of energies. When the card is like for this, for example, when the top is facing the middle, that's reversed. When the bottom is pretty clearly facing the middle, that would be upright. And ones like this where it's on its side, I would take that to mean the energy is in flux. So already, and I know y'all a mutable sign, but like already we have a lot of energy in flux. So we have the Queen of Cups reversed in the 12th house. We have the Page of Cups on its side in the 11th house. We have the Page of Wands on its side bordering the 4th and 5th house, the Four of Wands on its side bordering the 2nd and 3rd house, and the Wheel of Fortune on its side in the 2nd house. This is interesting. Okay, so you guys have an interesting month ahead of you. I'm gonna sit with this for a sec. So normally when I see the King or Queen of one suit and the Page of the same suit, that indicates a parent-child relationship to me. And I'm not 100% feeling that, but I do want to mention it because we do have this other page in the 4th house. And we do have this Four of Wands. So again, there's a huge emphasis on home, family, all of those types of situations. And because we have two pages here that are different suits, and we have this Four of Wands in the 3rd house, and the 3rd house can be talking about our immediate surroundings. That's why it talks about siblings. For some of you, for some of you, there is a difficult family dynamic, one that will involve a sibling. One of you might be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The other one might be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And there is difficulty because one of you gets along better with a feminine energy parent than the other. And this may have always been a thing that has weighed on your relationship with this sibling. I think it's difficult because with the 11th house kind of energy here, you and this person, you really are soul tribe, but the dynamic that goes on with this parent has caused a rift between you, or has caused unnecessary strain. And in the month of March, there it is, I got it right. I do feel like there is going to be a change with the Wheel of Fortune in the second house when it comes to a sense of security. I feel like the parent, or excuse me, the child that is closer to this parent or seems to have more in common, who is, I don't want to say like the golden child, but you know, it's kind of not a dissimilar energy. Okay, so what I feel like is happening is I feel like the child that's closer to this parent, there's going to be a shift in the energy. And because it's on its side, I feel like it's one of those things where it's either going to be like a blessing in disguise, or it will be kind of like a mixed bag. Like I feel like the parent that, or the child that's closer, God, I can't talk. The child that's closer to this parent is going to experience a shift with the energy. Even if you guys are like adult children, going to experience a shift in the energy. And this is going to be hard for them to deal with, but I do feel like it will bring you guys closer. As strange as that sounds. There's like this shakeup in the home and family. We see this here. And this is something where like, I feel like, you know, because the page is offering a cup and she's got her back turned, this sibling might try to offer something to this parent, might try to take care of them, to appease them, to make them happy, make them proud. And it's just not going to, like, I'm hearing it's not hitting the way it used to. Like, it's just not going to work. And this is because this is not a healthy dynamic and it needs to change. Fate is stepping in to help facilitate this change, right? Excuse me. And because we have in the natural wheel of the zodiac, these houses are ruled by Aquarius and Pisces respectively. And we do have Saturn transiting from Aquarius into Pisces in early March. I believe it's March 7th. Those transits might have a lot to do with the energy here. But there is this energy that you and this sibling are going to become closer together. There's going to be like a mending. For some of you, this is you, and you've been offering this parent with the Queen of Cups reverse. This is the energy of somebody who is not very emotionally grounded and stable. She's the only Cups card where there's a lid on the cup, indicating that she's got, you know, pretty good control over her feelings, but she's reversed here. This is a parent who could be really inconsistent, where they're very loving, but then when they get triggered, they get very emotionally dysregulated. So this could be where they could be very loving, but then they could be very, when they get angry, they get very angry. Or this could be where this parent is struggling with mental health concerns, or because it's in the 12th house, this also can talk about addictions. And so when they're, you know, when they're not struggling, when they're in a good place, they're really, you know, warm and loving and caring and affectionate. But when they're excuse me, having a difficult time, when they're in a low, when they've been triggered, when they're, you know, in active addiction, they could be really, you know, reactive, volatile, moody, you know, and this is something where I think this is an old dynamic of having to, because I'm really just drawn to the two pages, having to put aside your passions, right? The Page of Wands is the little explorer card to me. Really enthusiastic, goes out there and chases life. And because it's kind of a little bit in the 5th house as well, this is something where I feel like if these are both referring to you, you never fully got to explore your passions because you were always really busy tending to things at home, right? Taking on responsibilities that weren't yours. So I do feel like if that's the case, there's going to be something where I just have this energy of like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going to do it anymore. Maybe this parent has, you know, said for the millionth time, I'm going to clean up my act. Excuse me, I'm going to quit. Or, you know, they have taken steps toward fixing things, but then they've kind of fallen short or they've given up on it. I feel like this is something that either this person knows one way or the other. So if this is like an active addiction, they know that it's not healthy. They know that it's interfering with the quality of their life and their family's lives. You know, the lives of the people they care about. If this is something where they struggle with their mental health, this is something that you've, you know, maybe brought up with them and said, like, I would like to help you, or like, I want to be there for you, but I also want to see you get, you know, quality support. This is something where there's been, somebody has intervened here. They are aware at some level that this needs to change. And that's why I'm getting this sense of, I'm not doing this anymore. Like you said, you were going to change. You said you were going to seek help. You said you were going to, you know, expand your support network. You said you were going to do this. You said you were going to do that, right? Even if this is somebody who's just like, can be prone to being emotionally reactive or volatile. It's like, you said you were going to work on your temper. You said you were going to work on treating me better, or, you know, respecting my time. There's something here where like the boundaries have never really been there, but I think you've kind of like made your point to this person. And I feel like you're going to have the opportunity to tell this person, or like put down your foot with this person, because there's this, to like kind of tell this person here, because we have the third house, that's communication as well, to tell this person the impact of what they've done. And there's this energy of, this is very serious. So I'm like, oh, this is serious. There's this energy here of saying like, look, I love you and I want to see you do well. I want to see you be happy and healthy, but like, you can't put this off anymore. This is now no longer negotiable, or I can't be here. Like there's this energy here of, I never got to be a kid because I was helping you, or I was helping compensate for, you know, not having you there, or whatever it might be. It's like, I never got the chance to go out and, you know, the fifth house is our passions, like I said. You know, our love, our creativity, our inner child, just like our joy shining, right? It's like, I never really fully got to go be a kid and have fun and play around because of this. And there's this emphasis here of really like in the month of March, speaking your truth. And because there's something here where, and I feel like these are two cards where, well, the Four of Wands can be about, you know, family and celebration, but like stability and joy, right? There's like happiness and it's going to last. And the second house can be about a sense of security and stability. Oh my God, excuse me. It's also where in the story of the Wheel of the Zodiac, we have the house of the self, and the second house is where we start to differentiate ourselves from our main caregiver. So that's why it talks about what we value and our sense of security here. So there's something here where like, I think things are turning. It's like the roles are being reversed, right? So if you were kind of like helping this parent when you were young, there's kind of this recognition, this conversation coming forth about like, look, like I never got to be a kid because of this, or like, look, this is, you know, this was like this was serious. I gave up a lot to try to help you. Show me it was for a good reason. It's kind of the energy I'm picking up here. For some of you as well, this is a parent where they held it together for a long time while you were growing up, but they've been steadily kind of like falling into bad habits, into like unhealthy habits. They've been falling into like, I mean, like body disrepair. So maybe they have health issues that they just haven't tended to. There's something here where the roles are getting reversed, right? So this might be where you're having a very frank discussion with them and being like, look, let me help you. Let me take care of you. You were there for me. Let me be there for you, right? For some of you, that is going to be the conversation. But this is what I'm seeing here is there's this sense of switching up the dynamic a little bit. Some of you, I do want to say, with these two cards in the second house and the third house, you're getting word about a new home. So for some of you, you're going to be moving. And with these two on its side, it's kind of like, and also the Page of Wands bordering the fourth and fifth house. Sorry, guys. It's kind of this energy where, you know, you might get this news and March might feel really chaotic. I'm so sorry, guys. But it's like good chaos, right? It's things are in flux. They're a flurry of movement right now, but we're heading toward this brand new happy home, right? So like, okay, things are all over the place, but we're on our way. We're en route to stability. Some of you with the pages here are getting surprise pregnant, or your partners are getting pregnant. And there's like this kind of like feeling of upending, but it's a good thing, right? It's on its way to, you know, being what you want it to be. So it's like a surprise, but a happy surprise. Or there's like, you know, like you're a little stressed about how you're going to make things work, but you're also very excited. So congratulations if that's something that you want. And for some of you, I do feel like as well, you might be getting an offer from family, possibly to do a creative project, or to move in with somebody. And it's actually going to be like, I feel like with the Queen of Cups reversed here, you might have been struggling a lot emotionally, and this offer from family, and this could even be like, hey, you know, come stay with us for a few weeks, or you know, go on vacation with us for a couple weeks or something like that, right? They want to spend time where they're in close quarters with you for, you know, more than a few hours or days. And if you've been kind of feeling like down in the dumps, this is a little gift from Spirit to try to kind of like give you some love and some support. I'm almost getting a hesitancy to accept it. So this is kind of why Spirit's giving you excuse me, that heads up, because when we can change our energy, we can change our external experience. So if you've been struggling, be willing to accept this gift, right? Accept this offer as a gift to help you kind of, you know, change up your energy and raise your vibration a bit so your experience can be different. So I think that's just about everything that I am seeing in the month of March for you guys. Sorry, I accidentally messed up my words like 10,000 times. It's been a real journey. But yeah, come back. Let me know throughout the month or at the end of the month how things played out for you. And let me know if you end up liking this format. I do like getting input from the community. So that includes you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm wishing you a safe, happy, healthy, prosperous month ahead. Take care, love bugs. Bye.